So while the cars are coming out on track, I'll just start by saying well done, Kirko, on your first time last week.
Thanks,
That
mate.
sounds a bit wrong, but
It come across a little bit wrong, but anyway, we won't go there.
he broke his broadcast virginity last week.
Broke my cherry.
I think he did a good job controlling all the buttons and stuff. Also, just a shout out to Top Racing Life, who filled in for me on comms last week. Very much appreciate it. Last minute. I was so keen to do it, and then I went down like a sack of spuds. I was literally spewing to miss it. Sorry,
Thanks for the
sorry to
graphics.
the viewers to share that image.
Thanks for the graphic.
But it's alright, I'm back on deck. I'm excited to do it. Especially to watch this red hot driver lineup. Actually, when I'm talking, I better just bring up all the fancy stuff that I can.
We've already got 9 cars on track.
We do. Also, thanks to Unique Throne gifting a sub, and the sub actually went to me. That's gold. Thanks, Unique. Appreciate it. Alright, so I think we got Izzy Fizzy on a lap at the moment. Are you guys getting any gain sound? I feel like I can't hear the racing at all.
That's a negative on the game sound.
Oh, dead set. Does anything go right?
On a 33... Oh no, Tyster's just gone quicker. 33.044.
Alright, I think we're back actually. I think we got some sound now. I have no idea what was going on there. Alright. Where are we up to, Coco?
Certainly do. Toaster so far is at the fastest lap. 33.044.
Alright, who's next on a lap? We gotta go on a lap with this track. With someone. Full lap. Izzy Fizzy's already done a time, so we'll just switch down. Is that FF Andy? Yeah, FF Andy. He's just about to finish
Just
a
about
lap.
to finish the lap. Come fastest
132.6. Straight to the top. Alright, Kirko, who's on an out lap? These Reapers still going around.
Top 5 racer in the Red Bull. It's coming through the first sector as we speak.
Alright, thanks Jake. Alright, the sound is working finally, thankfully.
Top line racer is a bit down in the first sector.
Alright, I'm just on board with Car Gamer, and we'll go on a full lap of this track with him. And Kirko, if you can just keep an eye out on some other times while we're going. And whoever's on an outlap, we'll switch to them once Car Gamer goes. So, also, I need to update the viewers, which is something I was going to go through earlier. We have had a bit of a driver roster change, just a slight one. So after the race last week, MX Flinny, who was in the Red Bull, approached the admins and asked if he could drop back to T2, as he felt he wasn't ready to battle with the T1 guys just yet, which I've got to say, it takes a lot of guts and humility, and shows a bit of respect to the league and his fellow racers, I think. So well done Flinny on that. So what we've done is we've moved Car Gamer, who we're on board with right now. We've moved him up from Tier 2 up to the top league, which, well, let's be honest, he probably should have been there from the start, as he certainly has the speed to match it with the top guys. I think he might have just had a bit of a shocker in the tier quali that we ran, and ended up in T2. So I'm pretty happy we've been able to make that change. So thank you to MX Flinny for helping that happen, and also thank you to Car Gamer for accepting that change. So he's just slotted straight into the Red Bull alongside Showtime, which I think is actually going to be a pretty competitive team. I think Car Gamer's hasn't had the best lap here, but he's gonna get a time in. He sets a 1:39.3, puts him into P12 for now, so he's gonna have to go again, I would imagine.
Here comes Duck Puncher, coming up towards the line.
Is he on a lap, or is he just finishing?
Sector 3.
He's on a lap, yeah.
No front wing by the looks of this, but...
Yeah, he's going in.
Yep.
Who's next on a lap?
We got Perks Sector 1 at the moment. Coming through.
Perks? Alright, we'll switch to Perks. How about that? Our last week's race winner on debut, I think it was, for us in Wallaby. Pretty sure it was his first race. I don't think he's reserved with us before.
He's got the purple sector there.
He is going to be very hard to beat once again. He looked pretty solid last week. Although I think it's going to be pretty hard to predict on this track. I think Perks has pulled out of this lap.
Here comes Henchman coming through Sector 3 at the moment. It seems to be quite quick at this stage. Comes down to the hairpin. Nails that beautifully.
Oh, and he's invalidated.
Invalidated right at the end. Unlucky there, Henchman.
That is a bit of a bugger of a corner, that one.
That was going to be
come through there.
Lap.
You come through there flat out, and you just get it slightly wrong, and the lap's gone. Unique Throne. Whereabouts is he? He's at the back. Pretty hard to keep up with who's on an actual lap. Kirko, can you have a bit of a look
Potato's
around
on
and
the lap,
give us a heads
2.
up?
Potato is on the lap, Sector 2 in the Haas.
Bremer, here we go. Let's go with Bremer. Bremer's actually starting a lap as we speak.
Potato's half a second behind to that sector.
Oh, I think he might have just finished one. Man. I think Kano's coming down the main straight. You're about to start a lap, so let's go with Kano. So, of course, we are here for Tier 1, Round 2. At China, of all places.
With 7 minutes to go, we have Perks, Kano, Duck Puncher, Henchman and Budos all on the chopping block so far.
Of course, chat, if you want to request any hot laps with anyone, of course, just redeem those channel points and we'll get that straight on. So Kano currently sitting in P17. He obviously had a bit of a mishap in that first lap, so running again.
132. Perks has nudged himself up into the top 4.
The 132.9. FF. Whoa, Kano's lost it.
Now we have Easy Reaper and the Williams on the chopping block. He is...
DNF there. We got damage turned on.
We do have Easy Reaper on his out lap. See if he can redeem himself here with some good time.
Kano's missing a wing,
Kano's
so he can
missing a
confirm the
wing.
damage is on.
Here comes Duck through sector 1, see what he's got. 24.5.
We'll go with Duck Puncher.
Sector 1 there. Got a Williams in front of him here, he's pulled off to the side, nicely done. Udos has just started his fly lap to see if he can get out of 20th position here.
Duck Puncher up the straight. It's got to be one of the longest straights on the calendar. This one feels like forever, and then all of a sudden you're into a hairpin. Here he goes. He clips that apex nicely. He's off through there. He's not going to touch the top times, I don't think, but he's got a 133.27 into P14.
14 off the chopping block. Now we've got Car Gamer into it.
Got Easy Reaper starting lap, so I'm on board with him. See how he gets around this track.
Udos.
Thomas Island and Jimmy have both retired in the pits.
Udos has lost his front wing again with 4 minutes to go.
Oh dear. He's going to be running out of time to get back out there.
Teammate has left the garage again, hoping to get a better time obviously here in Kano. Hato doesn't feel safe, so here he goes. He comes Potato starting his flying lap.
Easy's got some red lights. Red mechanic. Oh no, he might be okay. He flies around to the main straight. FF Andy's still sitting pretty at the top with a 132.63.
Got to be feeling very comfortable up there for the next quali.
Absolutely. Not quite as quick as what I was thinking, but it is only Q1, of course.
Duck has come into the pits. Less than 4 minutes to go. Position 14.
Yeah, we've got Easy finishing up his lap. He goes to P11 with a 33.2.
Duck has just dropped to 15th.
Yeah, Duck is on the bubble.
Easy Reaper has jumped right up to 11th here.
We got Henchman on a lap. Yeah, we got Henchman on a lap, so we'll go on the rest of the lap with him. Oh, Sierra's forgot to put a setup on, mate. Oh, no, rookie error, mate. That's just given everyone in the field an advantage over you, mate. Unfortunate. Still in the top 10, mind you. The top 5 runners have retired. They're pretty happy with that. Not going to risk another lap. But just over 2 minutes left in this session.
Duck has left again. He is committed.
Yeah, well, he's in a bit of danger there in 15th.
Certainly is.
So he can't afford to sit around and watch. We've got Henchman coming around the final corner. And he will set his first lap of a 34.1, but he'll only go to P18.
P18.
Does have time to go again. He's still about a second short of getting through. So he's going to have to significantly improve this lap.
Potato through sector 2. No, he's still just under half a second behind there.
So we got Potato. I think he's out of this lap. He's way down on his previous time. Got a minute to go, so he's probably just on a cooldown to go flat out again. Duck punches on an out lap as well. Car game is flying down the straight.
Will he make himself safe? Let's find out.
Currently in P17, so he needs to improve by about 4 tenths, probably half a second to feel safe, and he's not going to do it on this lap.
Certainly not. 3.2. Wow.
He has got time to go again.
He still has plenty of battery as well.
Yeah. We'll go over to Potato. We'll go on a fresh lap with him. He's just going through the first sector.
Ooh, that's quicker.
He's currently in P16, so it's going to be really interesting to watch. He's just a fraction up on his previous time.
But we have
trying to trace down that Ferrari of Duck Puncher.
We also have Duck on a lap
actually
as well.
So we get to watch both of their laps.
TTM Sierra. Oh yeah. Default setup.
Oh, Sierra.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
sure
default setup, right? Yeah, righto, mate. Righto. Still sets the fastest time, but a 31.87. That's more what I was thinking, into the 31s. We've got Duck and Potato battling for the 1 position. Line up the main straight now, which is going to help Potato actually, because he's going to get a bit of a slipstream.
He's going to get a tow here.
So Duck could actually be helping Potato knock himself out. Funny how it works out that way. See what Duck can do just before Potato crosses over. Duck goes up to P2.
P2, Duck
and Potato goes to P9. So they're both in.
They are very comfortable.
Death. Well done, fellas.
They are very comfortable.
And that's the end of Q1.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen.
So there we have it. Zero with the fastest time on a default setup, apparently, with a 31.8. Duck Puncher in P2 with a 32.6. FF Andy the top 3 at a 32.63. Just all of that 1/1000th just behind Duck. Unfortunately, in Q1 we have lost Kano, Henchman, Car Gamer, Bremer, and Easy Reaper. Both Williams boys going out in Q1. That's a rough start for those fellas.
We have definitely lost fast drivers there that have gone already.
That's a couple of big scalps there with Henchman, Easy Reaper. I would have expected them to go a bit faster. Henchman's been in fine form.
It's not going to help
Recently,
the constructors either. The
definitely
two Williams been this far back.
Absolutely not. We got a new subscriber. Thanks, Cub. You are a legend. Thank you very much. We really appreciate your support, mate.
If that's a default setup, my game must need an update or something.
While we're waiting for these guys to go out on their out lap, something I was going to talk about before. This track is a very interesting addition to this year's calendar, I think. We didn't race here in Wallaby last season. And F1 actually hasn't raced at this track for a few seasons now, for obvious reasons. So I've got pretty much I had no stats really to throw at us pre-race, but we've kind of got an idea of what a fast time is going to be now. But all week in the paddock chat, it's been very obvious that it's not a popular track with the drivers, I've got to say. There's been many questions of Duck Punch's decision to pick this track for our calendar, but come on guys, to be the champion you've got to win at a variety of tracks. You can't just pick the same tracks all the time, so why not do something different? So yeah, look, I'll applaud Duck for picking China and giving us something new to race on and for me and Yukoko to commentate on, so I'm pretty excited about it actually. It's kind of a track that we really haven't seen much of at all, so it should be good.
I wasn't actually sure what times they would be setting.
Yeah, I was having a look at some TT runs by some of the guys earlier, and they were getting into the 31, so that's kind of why I set my benchmark as. We saw Sierra go into the 31s in Q1, so I would expect maybe get a bit lower than that come to Q3, but we'll see. Of course, we're in Q2, so whatever tyre the guys go out on this session will be what they start on. We're not under F1 2022 rules just yet, so we'll keep that rule here. I know the main game have scrapped that rule for this current season, but while we're still under 2021 rules, we will still go with that. So we should still see plenty of cars coming out on the yellow tyre.
We have quite a few on the yellow tyre actually.
Yep, so I'm on board with Rapid Clappy, who is under the medium tyre. Oh, he nearly lost it there. Oh, he's off the track again. Got a McLaren off track as well. That's Toaster. He might have had a bit of spin. So we'll go off Clappy because he's going to have to go again on that one.
Andy H is leaving now on yellows as well in the Mercedes.
Andy H in the Mercedes.
That's what it looked like. Alright, sorry, my screen is playing up. Thought the same thing
I don't think
before.
we'd ever see Andy H in anything but a
No,
Ferrari.
neither did I. I'm like, what's going on here?
As Rapid Clappy sets a 34.29 to get us underway. That's a fair bit under pace at the moment, but of course he was on the yellows. Potato with a 33.11.
On the softs too.
Oh, he just avoids invalidating that one. He comes across with a 33.85. So we've got a few guys in the chat saying it's a bit tricky to put a lap together on this one, so I think anything could happen really. It's very hard to predict. FF Andy is crashed.
Duck Punch has just come out of nowhere with a 32.7.
What has happened to FF Andy? He's out. He's gone. There he is in the wall on the right. That is a long way off track. He's completely lost it going around that corner. So that's another huge scalp out of qualifying. He crashed in the opening race last week, and he's going to have to battle it out at the back of the field for this one. So we'll go on a lap with Syrah. Default setup Syrah. Let's just call him Default from now on. It's his new nickname.
I think we should. Mr. Default.
He's also on the medium tyre. Someone's audio is echoing apparently. Coco, do you have your TV up or anything like that?
No.
Someone's audio is echoing. TV up or anything like that? No. I can I can hear myself in my own headphones actually. You haven't got your laptop turned up or anything?
Laptop might be slightly too high.
Alright.
That down, see how we go. Sorry about that.
Sorry guys, hopefully we fix that. Alright, Cyril, what can he do on this one? Got yellow flags up ahead. He might have, hopefully he doesn't run into any traffic coming up. We've got about 3 cars up ahead of him. He should be okay. He comes around the hairpin. Flat out up this section. You probably want to go as fast as you can around that corner, but it is tough not to invalidate. If you get it wrong, and he sets a 33.0 to go to P2. Duck Puncher sitting at the top with a 32.7. The fastest time we've seen so far today.
8 minutes to go, that might be quite safe, I think.
I would say so. I don't think Duck Puncher's going to have to go battle it out at the end of the session this time. Let's go on a lap with Perks. I know we had a suggestion pre-season to use kind of use the early qualifying sessions as to give guys some screen time that may not make Q3, but I've got to say it's almost impossible to predict that with this tier now that we've got it set up accurately. I mean, how do you predict who's going to go out early with this field? We've already seen 2 big scout, or probably 3 or 4 big scouts going out in Q1 already. We've lost FF Andy as well.
Andy H done a purple sector 1.
Yeah, we might just have to
on mediums.
Go with whoever we can, and until we learn who's going to be at the top consistently as we go along the season, and then we might be able to implement that a little bit later on. Perks coming up the final straight. Pretty good lap so far. Of course, thank you to all the viewers who've tuned in so far. Don't forget to hit the follow button. Support us out. Help us out. Really appreciate you tuning in. What can Perks do here? That's a 33.5 to go to P7, just fractionally behind his teammate. Not bad, not bad. We've still got
Andy H just coming over the line now, 33.762.
Andy at P10. He's on a lap. There's no one really close to the line, so we're going to have to run with one of these guys. We'll go with Toaster. Toaster, one of the new guys in the league. I haven't actually seen much of him, so this might be good, although he's 2 seconds down on his previous time, so this might just be a cooling lap for him. Pulling out of this one. Let's run with on board with Rapid Clappy. Currently sitting at P13, so he's got a bit of work to do to catch up to the top 10. It's about half a second down. Just on 5 minutes remaining.
Mark Hilly is about to pull the trigger. Here he goes.
Alright, you keep an eye on Hilly while we ride on board with Clappy. It's Clappy's first race of the season. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to be with us last week. So we'll see how he goes up against these Tier 1 guys.
Mark Hilly has got the first sector in purple.
think we had Clappy with a purple sector 2 there as well. Although he's got it slightly wrong there. It's going to cost him some time heading up the straight. He should beat his previous time. Yes, he does. And actually goes to the top with a 32.57. Wow, that is a rapid lap. Pardon the pun for a rapid Clappy. That's by far the fastest time we've seen so far. Great lap from Clappy.
Hilly's going to be quicker again.
Although Hilly's beaten it with a 31.9.
Beautiful drive in the arse, mate. Beautiful drive.
What a lap from Hilly. Apologies we missed that, but we were on board with Clappy. Who else
Thomas
is on the
Island
lap?
is about to pull the trigger. Away he goes.
Alright. We'll go on a lap with Thomas Island, why not? Kirko, you want to run us through it, mate?
Sorry, I went back to Toaster because he was about to go as well.
We're following Thomas Island because he finished second in the race last week.
Certainly has.
As well as
he's just
getting
gone
the
through the
fastest
first
lap.
sector with 0.4 of a second quicker than everybody else so far.
Well, he's going to need it, currently sitting in P11.
Not game enough to touch any curb so far. Taking it nice and cautious. Another purple sector there, 1.1 seconds faster through the second sector there.
Ooh.
This could be a blinder of a lap, ladies and gentlemen. Or it could be the commentator's curse, unfortunately. We'll see what happens here with the Alpine. DRS wide open. Pulls it up nicely through the tight hairpin. Can he keep it clean through here? He has kept it very clean through the last corner here. Here he comes.
Straight to P2.
P2, 132.
32.0. Very nice lap.
That will definitely be safe.
The only one that hasn't set a
Heroes
time
just
yet
come
is
through
Izzy
sector
Fizzy.
3 on a 31.7.
Oh, default.
Default. Mr. Default's come through
Default
again.
Sarah goes to the top again. Clappy has redeemed a hot lap request with Hilly for Q3. Alright mate, no worries, we'll make sure we get that sorted.
We've got Perks having another crack here through sector 1. Let's see what we can do through sector 1 here. He might be taking it a bit too easy here.
Izzy needs a good lap here. I think he should be okay with this one. Yes, he goes to P5 with a 32.6.
Perks is slightly up on the first sector, not a lot, but slightly up. He is in a bit of trouble
That
here
lap
in
from Izzy
P12.
has pushed Unique Throne into P11, who is currently in the pits. So that's going to mean he's out, because we've only got 20 seconds left in the session.
I think
Now I'd have to cross down to one of these guys at
Toaster
the bottom.
is gone again. Perks will get through there. NDH has
Yeah,
managed to get through again.
I'm on board with Perks now. P12. He was almost half a second up, so he is looking very good on this lap to get out. I would back him in.
The track must be evolving
Fortunately, his
quite well.
teammate is already out. I think Andy H might be just ahead of him as well. He's currently in P14, so we'll see his time flash up.
Here comes
before
Andy
Perks
H.
gets to the line. And he goes to P4,
P4.
Andy H. And Perks goes to P4 as well now. Who else is left? Toaster. Toaster's the only one left to
Poster
come
is
across
the
the
only last one
line.
left.
P14, so he's going to have to beat Potatoes
Sorry,
33-1 to get out here.
Izzy Fizzy comes down the main straight now. The 132.674.
And Toaster sets a 31.97 to go to P3. Just going to knock Potato out. I think that's going to be it. It is.
That's all of our runners.
So we have lost FF Andy, Unique Throne, Budos, Top Racing Life, and Potato. The Sierra sets the fastest time in Q2 again on a 31.7 on the softs. I think pretty much everyone's gone out on the softs here. Not many on the mediums. And as I said, we've lost FF Andy, Unique, Budos, Top Racing Life, and Potato. I've actually just noticed Top Racing Life is in this, so we must have had a full-time driver not make it in, because Top Racing Life is one of our reserves, which is pretty exciting actually, because he's making his racing debut with Wallaby. So he'll start in P12. So he must have Showtime mustn't have.
Showtime pulled out very late.
Ah, okay. All right, that explains that. No worries, I'm sure Top Racing Life will fill his seat very well. So that's your top 10. Syrah, Hilly, Toaster, Thomas Island, Perks, Andy H, Clappy, Izzy, Jimmy NZ, and Duck Puncher. Both Ferrari boys making it through. They didn't have quite so good of a weekend last week, so that's both getting through the top 10, big boost for them. We've got both McLarens through as well. Neither of those guys scored points last week, so that's also a huge boost for those guys.
Might just see if we can't get FF Andy in to see what actually happened there.
Who are we waiting on here? Alright, well, we've got another hot lap request as well. I'm going to have to write this down so I don't forget it. Alright, so Claps wants Hilly. If this pen would work. Right, so Claps wants a lap with Hilly, and Budos has redeemed a lap as well. He wants Jimmy NZ. Alright. No worries, guys. We will make sure we get those in for sure. We're waiting on Car Gamer and Kano, I think it is, or maybe it's just Car Gamer. Sorry, guys. Hopefully, we'll move on shortly.
Doesn't appear FF Andy is online to get an interview there.
Probably wouldn't want to speak about my crash either, to be honest.
No, can't blame him. I don't blame him at all.
Syrah, thank you for subscribing. Prime subscription, thank you very much. Alright, so it's just Car Gamer we're waiting on. He was knocked out in Q1, so hopefully he hasn't just wandered off and forgotten that we need him to ready up. Come on, where's the timer? There we go. Alright, the timer started. Beautiful. we're skipping through. Okay, thanks, Car Gamer. We're all good. Here we go, Q3. Oh, it's good to be back in the box, Gurko.
Good to have you back, mate. Mind you, Top Life Racer, sorry, did very well last week. It's good to have him on board.
He did.
Fill in at the last minute
Probably,
there.
Probably want to take my job soon. He did such a good job. It kind of feels like it's my season opener, actually. My heart's still racing. I'm loving it.
Alright, so it looks like Rapid Clappy is the first one out.
No surprise, he's always out there first. Did you catch any of the F1 quali?
No, I watched a bit of the highlights this afternoon. Geez, Mick Schumacher's accident,
that crash
was
from
massive.
Mick Schumacher?
That
was scary.
It goes to show how safe those cars are these days. It really does.
It's a huge hit. That car disintegrated. Obviously, it's done what it's designed to do, which is, yeah, really lucky. Unfortunately, though, it means he's not going to be racing in the actual race, which is a shame. But yeah, main thing is he's okay from that crash. What about Lewis Hamilton though? Getting knocked out in Q1.
Yeah, I thought he was all talk about the car being a handful and all that sort of stuff at the start of the season, but no, mustn't be.
Yeah, when he said that, I rolled my eyes straight away. But he may have been accurate this time.
Yeah, I thought he was just talking it up.
All sorts of issues. Fortunately, our own Daniel Ricciardo starting down the back as well. Bit of a grid penalty, unfortunately. McLaren having all sorts of issues as well. Alright, so just before I forget, we need to get a hot lap with Hilly and Jimmy.
Alright, Hilly's just still warming up. He's coming down the back straight now towards the sharp hairpin.
Jimmy's in the pits, so we'll cross over to, sorry Clappy, but we'll just switch off you and we'll go to Hilly. Clappy was the one that requested anyway, so I'm sure he won't mind. We'll go on a lap with Ark Hilly. Oh, Kirko. Claps in the chat has just informed us that we might be in for some precipitation in the race.
No way.
That is a spicy meatball.
That is the only downfall when you're running
the
comms. We cannot tell what the weather's going to do.
So some rain at this track. Woohoo!
The curbs are bad enough.
We'll get the lap data on. My apologies.
It looks like Duck's just run purple in the first sector here. See how he's going in the Ferrari, coming through sector 2.
Still on board with Ark Hilly. 52.9 through sector 2. Rapid Clappy is at the first time of 32.6. 15 minutes into the race, we'll have some rain. Okay. Well, that's going to throw the strategy of the medium tyres out the window, I would think. It's 15 minutes in. You'd probably want to start on the softs and then get onto the green tyres a bit later on. There we go. Ark Hilly finishing his hot lap. He sets a 33.85 to be in P5.
He'll go again. Here comes Duck.
How's Jimmy going? Where's Jimmy? We missed the start, but we'll ride on board with Jimmy now.
He only just come through sector 1.
Yep. And Omar Rose has redeemed a hot lap with Perks as well. No worries, Rose, we'll get to that once we get through the lap with Jimmy. Yeah, Rapid 276. I agree. That was an amazing quality. It really was. We've got Jimmy flying up the straight. Sometimes feels like this straight just goes on forever. Yep, don't worry, Rose, we'll get your hot lap request in. We've got Jimmy coming around the final corner.
I think
this looks like a pretty good lap. He sets a 32.46 to go to P3.
I think Perks might be waiting for this hot lap. He's back right off, only coming very slowly down through sector 3 here. I think he might be ready for us.
Must be listening again.
I think he might be here.
Preparing himself for it. He doesn't want the hot lap request curse.
Just coming through the tight
Right, so we'll
hairpin
cross over
now.
to Perks.
Coming through the tight hairpin now.
Taking it very easily. Number 23. Oh, he's gone to the pits. What have you done to us, Perks?
Fizzy, McLaren. Going, oh no.
Sorry, Rose, we'll have to come back to that one.
He's off the pace. NDH is on a flyer at the moment, coming through sector 2. Finish that. 51.8 through sector 2.
Cluppy's redeemed another hot lap, and he wants to have a hot lap with Syrah. Alright, we've only got 5 minutes, so we're running out of time.
This could be quite
Might
fast.
leave the hot laps there, guys.
This could be quite fast
we'll
through
try and get
NDH
this.
here.
Yeah.
Yet to set a time as well.
Syrah's just on his out lap, so we might be able to cross to him a bit later. Perks is still in the pits.
That's alright, so
Keep
he,
an eye on that.
NDH just coming over the finish line now. There we go. Told you it was going to be quick.
Up into P2.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the 132 so far. 4 minutes to go.
How good's Thomas Island going? Can't believe he was in tier 2 last season. He's made it up into tier 1 now, and he's finished with a P2 in Portugal last week, and he's currently in pole position for this one.
Well, just say practice, practice, practice. Maybe he's done it. Maybe he's just gone, I had tier 2.
Safe to say it was a worthy promotion.
Oh, certainly was. I'm glad I'm not racing against him.
Alright, so Syrah's just about to start a lap. So we're right on board with Syrah for Clappy's hot lap request. Kirko, if you can keep an eye on Perks, let us know when he comes out. Oh, and Syrah's gone into the pits. Of course he has. He's probably listening and going, nah, I don't want to be cursed. I'm
Yeah,
going into the pits.
I think we're getting a lot of the old commentators curse happening here.
Alright, Duck Punch is the next one that's about to start a lap, so we'll go on board with him. Unfortunately no points for him last week, so yeah, look, he's really going to be looking to have a good race here. Look, this section, this little corner, turn 1, 2, 3, it's very unique, isn't it? So I actually quite like it. A lot of people thinks it should go in the bin, but I think it's quite fun. It might be because I'm not fast and I kind of like going around it slowly. That could be a reason. It just feels nice and smooth as you're coasting around it.
Could be a reasonable time, yes. I thought it was going to be a reasonable time with Rapid Clappy. Just watching Rapid Clappy there, he had quite a few purple sectors. So 32, 1, 2, 5. Two minutes to go.
Perk's on an out lap. And Syrah's on an out lap as well. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get both of these hot laps in. But Syrah, if Perks can get through as much lap as possible, then we'll flick over to Syrah once he's done. But we're with Duck Puncher now. He's about to cross over the line. He needs to beat a 1:33.0 for his previous time. I think he's going to do that. Yes,
Certainly
he does.
has.
32.2 goes to P4, right behind his Ferrari teammate. Syrah, if you're listening, slow down a bit, because we need to get these 2 hot laps in, mate. Got to go with Perks first, because he's going to be the first one over the line. And then we'll cross back to Syrah. All right, here we go. Hot lap with Perks for Omo Rose. Enjoy, Rose. Here we go, Perks around this beautiful coasting corner. I kind of relate it to, you know how you have when you get a pair of scissors and some wrapping paper and you just glide the scissors all the way out without cutting? That's kind of how I feel about that corner.
Oh my.
It's just that good. It just feels really good when you get it right. I don't know what this comms has turned into, but there we go. Let you in on my innermost secrets there.
You like wrapping presents?
Unfortunately, Perks has invalidated. Sorry, Rose. Go with Syrah now. He's half a second up on his previous time. He's currently in P10, so he's going to have to get a move on. Flappy is finished with a 32.1. Can anyone beat that time? Got a couple of McLarens heading down the main straight on the mini-map. As is Syrah, so what can he do? There's no time for anyone else to go out, so this is your last chance. Perks is done in P6. Izzy Fizzy goes to the top with a 32.05. Can Syrah beat that? Yes, he does. Default Syrah with a 31.63 to go to the top of the list. Was there any doubt? Was there any doubt? Hilly's going to be the last one. He's way up on his time. This could be a good lap. And yes, he beats it by a second, but he stays in P10. So there we have it. Q3 is done, and our grid is formed for the Chinese Grand Prix. Does Syrah have a mic? I'm not sure. We might not be able to get him in for a quick chat. So there you have it. Syrah takes pole with a 31.63. Izzy Fizzy on the front row with him, 32.05. That's a great performance from Izzy. Clappy in P3 with a 32.1. Thomas Island, Andy H, Jimmy NZ, Toaster, Duck Puncher, Perks, and Ark Hilly is your top 10. Yeah, very impressive lap, Izzy. Well done.
Sorry, I'm back. Just started pouring down rain here.
Oh, more rain for Queensland, just what you need up there.
Oh, we haven't had that much. Where I am, we've had absolutely bugger all.
suppose you're a fair way from the coast, aren't you?
No, I live on the coast.
Or from the east?
No, I live on the coast.
From the city, anyway.
Oh, Brisbane.
Yeah.
9 hours, eight and a half.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let it rain at Kirko's place then.
Yeah, no, but I've got a TV and everything out the back, so I had to make sure it wasn't getting wet. Alright, so here we are for China, ready to go. Easy fizzy, I did here. Put in a quick lap there all of a sudden as well.
Yeah, he's sitting on the front row alongside Syrah. Huge performance from him. Tell you what, I think being at as close as you can to the front of this grid is going to be really important, because I can see a few end plates, maybe a couple of wings disappearing in that first 1, 2, 3 corners, when everyone's got to crawl to a stop basically and make their way around there.
And we have been told prediction for rain. Is that still a prediction for rain, I'm assuming?
Let's have a look at the tyres, what everyone's starting on. So the top 10 are all starting on softs. So from Syrah all the way down to Hilly in 10th. We've got Potato, Top Racing Life, Budos, Unique Throne and FF Andy all on the mediums. Easy Reaper starting on the softs in P16. We've got a couple on the hards. Bremer and Car Game are starting on the hards. And Henchman and Kano on the softs. So we've got a mix of all three tyre compounds. This is going to be interesting.
The hards could be a good choice if it rains a little bit later in the race.
Well, I think it's going to rain fairly early on in the race, so I don't think the hards are a very wise choice to start this. I would have thought you'd probably want to start on the softs.
Do we know when it's going to rain? But that's the issue.
Well,
and
I think earlier somebody said it was going to be 15 minutes in, but Zero in the chat has just said that Jeff has told him it's going to be 5 minutes for rain.
There we go. So hards will be a bad choice if it's going to rain that early.
You wouldn't want to be on the mediums either, because that's going to be a waste of mediums as well. So if Jeff is correct, and that is a big if,
and we never trust Jeff,
it's going to be advantage to the red tyre boys, I think. I think the reds are really what you want to be on. The hards, not so much. That could possibly hurt. All right, here we go.
Everybody's made it around for their formation lap, which is good to see. Everyone in line now. Wait for the lights.
Five lights. And we are away at the Chinese Grand Prix. Huge start for Izzy. He's blasted Syrah off the line, straight into first. Here we go around this section. Are we going to get through it?
Got a lot of cars going too wide here, but they kept fairly clean so far.
They did very well. I'm impressed. Got position changes a bit further down. FF Andy's got past Hilly. Perks
big dive
Duck
bomb
Puncher
there by
fight
the
it out.
Apatori. I wasn't sure about that. The Apatori did a big dive bomb there. We got a car in the wall. We got two cars in the wall. Sorry.
Oh, Hilly. Hilly's gone. Car Gamer's gone. And it's a virtual safety car. Well, that didn't take long. We've lost two. Actually, no, it's a full safety car. Well, we haven't even got through. I don't think we even got through half a lap, and already we have our first safety car of the evening. Well, look, we know this tier has been very prone to safety cars, but I did not predict we would get one that quickly. G'day, Gumbo Kebab. Thank you for joining. First time in the chat. Welcome.
Very interested to see what happened between those two there all of a sudden. No doubt we will see it later on.
We've got Izzy coming into the pits. He must have picked up some damage, unfortunately. No, he's just getting onto the mediums. Why has he done that? Maybe he's just taking advantage of the safety car, I guess.
FF Andy's done the same thing. He's come in. But
Yep, henchman as well.
He's already on mediums and he's putting on softs.
Bremer's come in as well. He's getting rid of those hards and getting onto the mediums.
Okay, so everybody's done the opposite to Izzy Fizzy really here.
Let's have a look at tyres. Yeah, so we've still got the top 8 all on softs. A few on the mediums. So both guys that were on the hards. Oh, that car gamer was one of those, and he's out. Let's see if we can find the position changes after that chaotic start. Syrah still leads us. Rapid Clappy has gone up a spot. Jimmy's gone up 3 spots, up into P3. Not a lot of movement for the rest until we get to Budos and Unique Throne have both moved up 4 spots. Great start for them, as has Easy Reaper. Potato's dropped a couple. Kano has moved up 6 positions from the back up to 14th. And of course Izzy Fizzy, who had to pit, has dropped all the way down to P15. Henchman getting a few spots, and FF Andy rounds out the grid at the moment. Hey War Machine, thanks for joining us, mate. Commentator's curse, yeah, it always happens. It always happens. It's like we're stuck behind the safety car for another lap. I was hoping we wouldn't get many safety cars. We had a heap of safety cars last week from what I saw.
I was
hoping we wouldn't get many.
I lost count.
Yeah. I was hoping that we wouldn't get many, but that may have been a bit too big of an ask, seeing as nobody has raced this track in a long time. Just unfortunate we've had to have it so soon. So unfortunately, Car Gamer's debut in Tier 1 has ended rather quickly. Hilly going out with him. I'm not sure if those two were involved in the same incident. Pretty sure Hilly crashed in the last race as well, so that's 2 DNFs to start the season for him, unfortunately. This is going to be a big test. Safety car is in. We have had some major drama with safety car restarts in this league. We've still got a bit of work to do to get those right.
As it begins to rain, it has just begun to rain.
Oh, really?
I do believe I see raindrops falling.
Oh no, I feel bad for those guys that pit earlier then. They're gonna have to go in again. So they've wasted some track position changing those tyres, and now that's gonna hurt them again, having to pit another time. So everyone that stayed out was the good call. So it appears Jeff was right, 5 minutes into the race, and we've got some rain. Do you pit now? Probably not, because the track's is not quite wet enough. They're probably going to have to go around a lap for a few laps first. As here we go. Safety car, restart. And we're back on again.
Green flags.
Cyril leads the way. Ahead of Clappy. Clappy started pretty well. He's closed the gap on Syrah. Syrah got away a little there, but Clappy's closed it back up.
Burks is trying hard here to get around the Ferrari driven by Duck Puncher. Very hard.
Pretty clean restart, I gotta say. Well done, guys. Good to see. Got Bremer and FF Andy in the pits as well. Are they changing to Inters already?
They certainly have.
Ooh, alright. They're getting ahead of the crowd and gone in early. Going for the undercut. To see if that pays off. We got Perks. We got Perks right on Duck Puncher here. These guys are going to have to be careful because the track's going to start getting very slippery on those slicks. Only question is how long is this rain gonna last? Oh, we got Perks Duck's lost it.
We are starting to see a few puddles forming.
Yeah, we can see right there. They're gonna have to get off these softs. Zera's stayed out. Everyone else is coming in. Izzy stayed out as well. He made the choice earlier to pit for mediums. So he's chosen not to double stack the McLarens and he's continuing on. So everyone's coming in for
Izzy's just always had a slight spin but regathered it just before the wall there. He's not feeling very
he's
comfortable.
going to have to come in again. You can't stay out on those tyres. Unfortunately, it's gonna hurt him.
Getting a lot of aquaplane coming through the corners as well.
Yeah, he's struggling big time. Cross a bit further back.
Izzy
Not a lot of guys that are.
Izzy just had another spin.
Oh dear, really feel for Izzy.
This may have played into the hands of Syrah here. Izzy Fizzy's
Yeah,
been disqualified facing the wrong way for too long.
Oh, you're kidding.
No.
Oh, he has too. Oh no.
The old Cody's has kicked in there.
Oh, Cody's has ripped him off.
Let's see if Syrah's created enough gap here. He's just come into the pits.
We'll cross back up to Clappy.
Just follow Clappy here. Tyres off, tyres on, and away he goes.
Right, still a bit slippery on those inters.
He's travelling down lane now.
Syrah is on his way out of the pits. I'm pretty sure Clapper's going to get out before him, is he?
Pit limiter off.
Oh, there he is. Oh, he's got there. Oh, has he?
He's got track position.
No, Syrah fights back.
He's on the inside, so he's got a bit of track position.
Oh, it's contact.
Slight contact.
It was too wide through that section. Clappy gets out in front. Bit of a hairy moment, but Clappy gets out in front of Syrah eventually. I'm feeling so bad for Izzy. That was a mammoth qualifying effort to get onto the front row, and he's been gypped with a disqualification. He probably should have come in and double stacked. Got off those mediums. May have been a bit hesitant though because he'd only just pit. That's really unfortunate. But we'll get back to this race. We've got Clappy leading ahead of Syrah and Jimmy and Zed. Does anyone know how long this race, I said race again, rain
Bremer's
is going
just
to
had a
last? Are we going to have a
massive
full
spin.
race or what? Who knows? We'll have to. Oh, he has. Yeah, Bremer's lost it.
He's kept it off the wall, but no damage.
Got across to these guys going through this section, very slow section. Very easy to come into that corner a bit hot. Been fairly clean start to this race. Everyone's fairly evenly spread out. We've got Top Racing Life right behind Thomas Island.
Seems to be quite a few cars struggling under brakes here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Izzy. That's rough, man. That's really disappointing. Did they disqualify you while you were still moving? That's harsh. Surely that's something they got to fix. We've got a virtual safety car. What's happened now? Did you catch what that was about, Kirko?
No, I haven't. I did see Perks back right out of his lap. He was in a bit of trouble, but
Must have had some debris on the track or something. Oh, Izzy was disqualified while he was still spinning.
yeah, he was.
That's shocking. That's shocking. Really unfair. Unlucky, mate.
Ex-Bremer's
I was
missing
so stoked for you.
Ex-Bremer's
So
missing a
stoked for you
front
starting
wing.
on the front row.
Bremer and the Williams missing a front wing.
Oh, maybe that was it then. Debris on the track has brought out the VSC. We're only 8 laps in and we've had a full safety car and a VSC.
And rain.
And rain, yes. So let's recap the position changes again while we're still under VSC. So as Budos gets a drive through for speeding. Oh dear, he's up in P7, so that's going to send him right back to the back of the grid. And a 5-second penalty for Bremer for speeding in the pit lane. Although Bremer's retired in the pits. He's had enough of this wet China. He's done. So Clappy up into first, moving up 2 spots. Jimmy and Toaster up 3 spots. Top Racing Life and Budos, although Budos has got that drive through, so Top Racing Life up 6 spots. Andy down 3. Kano the big winner so far, moving up 9 as Rapid Clappy does a spin. Make sure you don't get in too many people's way. He's done that pretty well. He's dropped back to P4 now, so Syrah leads the race. We've got Top Racing Life right behind Thomas Island. Budos comes into the pits to serve his drive-through. Oh, it's such a delicate couple of corners there. Especially when you're right behind someone. Benjamin's picked up a penalty as well, I can see. Meanwhile, Sierra's brought out a 3.5 second gap to Jimmy. He's cruising ahead. Top Racing Life trying to make a move on Thomas Island. He's got to do it carefully though in these wet conditions. This is probably the closest battle we've got on track, so we'll stick with it for a little while.
We do have Duck trying to chase down Kano here. And right behind that is Henchman, and then right behind that is Easy Reaper. We've got half a 4-car battle happening here. Just see how much time they can gain, obviously with the wet weather.
Well, Top Racing Life, he loses it a little bit there, loses a bit of time. Cross down to Duck Puncher behind Kano.
Definitely trying to close
Henchman right behind him as well.
Certainly does.
Henchman's keen to join this battle. Here goes Duck Puncher up the straight. Can he get the job done? Running out of track, he's going to have to go around the outside. Goes for the crisscross. Switchback of dreams, but can he do it? No, Kano closes the gap.
This is bringing in Henchman.
Position.
Henchman's coming into the party here.
Yeah, he's ready to pounce. Any mistake by these two, and Henchman's are going to be all over them. War Machine, I'm not exactly... We have no idea how long the rain's going to last, actually.
The only thing we can't tell when you're commentating, which is really annoying.
Yeah, we've lost Potato. Potato's out, he's lost it. There he is. He's stricken Haas on the side of the road. And we have another safety car.
Well, that's the two Haas gone.
Team Haas is done in T1. And my fellow Haas driver commentator has just probably thrown the Xbox controller.
Unbelievable, boys, unbelievable.
That's going to hurt the Constructors title, that one. Haas actually didn't get any points in Portugal either, so that's back-to-back zeros for both Haas boys. Sorry to rub it in there, Coco.
That's alright, mate. I'm gonna have to pull me finger out tomorrow. 2 races tomorrow, so I'm gonna pull my finger out.
You got guys coming into the pits again.
Yeah, it's
They're going for the full wet, so just fresh inters, not fresh inters.
Andy H has put full wets on.
Has he?
He has in the Ferrari. We also have FF Andy.
Yeah, FF Andy's put wets on as well.
Put full wets on. Who else we got here? We got another set of inters. Unique. Another.
Gone for inters.
Everyone's going inters at the moment.
Unique Thrones on inters as well. So this is a huge play for the Andys.
Is the rain going to hang around a little bit longer than we thought?
Maybe the Andys are taking a bit of a gamble that the rain's going to get heavier and they're getting ahead of everyone else. Yeah, really interested to see, because no one else is on wets, so it's either gonna, they're either gonna strike gold or they're gonna just fall way back.
Well, we still haven't even hit the halfway mark yet either, so anything's possible here.
Yeah, the track doesn't look wet enough for full wets, I wouldn't have thought.
We must be expecting more rain.
Must be. Maybe they must have just taken the gamble to get on it early so they don't have to pit again later. Tango Wang in the chat.
I've just seen
T2 Haas Dream Team will cover the losses tomorrow.
I've just seen that. Thanks, mate. Got me back too.
Tier 2 should be interesting tomorrow night because, look, they had to cancel. Unfortunately, had to cancel the race last week due to maintenance on the game.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Which is great. So, what they're going to do is they're going to use the qualifying that we got through last Monday night for the first race in Portugal. So they'll do a 25% Portugal race, then we'll do a short quali, I believe, and do a 25% China race so we can get both tracks in. Yeah, hopefully there's no maintenance again tomorrow. True that, War Machine. Well, we got through a fair few races last season in Tier 2 with none, and then as soon as we get to our first race, there's maintenance straight up. Which is an unfortunate way for the Tier 2s to start, but hopefully there'll be plenty of action for everyone to watch tomorrow night.
Tango Wang for the win tomorrow night.
Kirko P2, right?
I wouldn't go that far. top 10 would be nice.
Mate, we're both in form. How about the Dream Team in the other race the other night?
Yeah. I was very surprised about that. I left that race very sweaty. Pushed it so hard. Good to bring it home for our team. It's good.
Safety car is in this lap.
Lights are out. Here we
Syrah
go.
will control the pace.
Cyril will hold him up for as long as he possibly can. Make sure he's got plenty of temperature in his tyres.
I've just noticed that the Andys were back to back earlier, but Andy H has gained a few positions under safety car. Wonder what's happened there.
They have too.
Have guys gone wide and Andy has gained some positions, or has he passed people under safety car? I don't know. It's a curious one. Alright, here we go again. All set to restart. Great start from Syrah. He's pulled out nearly a second ahead of Jimmy. We've got changes happening back in the pack as Perks gets past Top Racing Life for P5. Fairly clean restart again as Perks nearly loses as I say that. Manages to save it. Andy H hanging in there on the full wets. There are a few puddles there though, I've got to say.
Definitely starting to form here.
Yeah, I wonder if the wets was the right call. Got Toaster right behind Jimmy here. Jimmy flying the flag high for the Alpine boys as Unique Throne gets a 3-second penalty. Of course, Alpine finishing second and third in Portugal last week to get the Alpine boys off to an almost perfect start.
FF Andy
carrying it on.
Here we go. FF Andy's making a move on Easy Reaper, and his mate's done easy on full wets.
Okay, well that's interesting. The rain has looked like it's getting heavier, so the full wets may have been a genius call.
Definitely quicker through the corners.
Could well be paying off. Although Andy H has dropped a couple of positions since we restarted, and he picks up a 3-second penalty as we cross to him.
Alright, so I've just hit the halfway mark. Jimmy NZ is up 4 positions. Toaster is up 4 positions. Rapid Clappy is down 1. Perks is up 4. Top Life Racer is up
Toaster's made a
6
move on him.
positions.
Oh,
Kano is up
Lee.
13 positions.
Yeah, Kano started dead last. He's
Yeah.
made up to P6.
There we go, it's just pumped up to 4. Thomas Island is down 3 positions. Henchman has made up 10 positions up to P9 so far, but he does have a pen over his head. Budos has made it up 3 positions. Andy H is down 6 with also a pen over the top of his head. FF Andy up 3 positions. Perks has dropped all the way down to 4th now to 13th. Easy Reaper is up 2 positions, which just again has overtaken Perks as I say that as we speak. Unique Throne is down 1 position in 15th with also a pen. We have 3 drivers with penalties so far.
Well, interestingly, their Unique Throne has come into the pits and put on a fresh set of inters. So he obviously doesn't believe the full wets are the way to go. The Andes haven't made up a huge amount of ground, if any, so maybe the full wets was a little bit premature.
There is a lot of standing water out there, so if you go a little bit offline, if you get a little bit offline, you could be in a lot of trouble.
Well, the wets might still be okay, but Unique Throne has gone for the inters, so we'll have to watch how he goes. He's a long way behind, though. He is catching up quite quickly. So we'll cross to this battle at the moment. We've got Jimmy NZ Toaster and Top Racing Life back to back here. It's got to be really hard to make overtakes in these conditions, so the guys are going to have to be really careful with their decision making, which I've got to say has been really good so far. I've seen some pretty clean racing. As Perks is into the pits for the full wets. So will we see the rest of the field come in now?
Well, it's very interesting. Perks has done it, and he's one of the fastest drivers so far. Very interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah. Well, if everyone comes in for wets now, the Andes are going to go straight to the top.
Well, I think 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th at the moment, they're sort of holding each other up. They're not too sure what to do. They're not game enough to overtake, they're not sure.
Looks like the rain's hammering down now. Surely it looks like the wets are the option to go now. Will these guys come in?
This could play into the hands of the boys.
No, Syrah's staying out. Jimmy NZ's come in. Toaster's stayed out. Top Racing Life has stayed out.
Alright, so we've just seen, who did I just see pop in there? Duck Puncher is coming.
Duck Puncher's
Henchman.
in. Jimmy NZ's in, as I said. Henchman's in as well.
Full wets for the Alpine. And Jimmy
We've got
NZ.
Thomas Island around the outside of Kano.
Duck is going full wets as well. Henchman full wets. Here comes Easy Reaper in the Williams. Let's see what he does.
Thomas Island's gone for the move. He's done. Oh,
Andy
H
H
is out.
is gone. Sorry, there I was.
What's happened to him?
I was watching to see what Easy did not put on full set of wets there. I don't think.
There he is. Andy H has lost it into the barriers. And it's another safety car.
Nah, Easy only put on intermediates here. He's coming in the Williams and he's come out in intermediates. I'm not sure if that was a mistake.
Too, yeah.
I'm not sure if this is a mistake or he's done it on purpose. Guess we'll find out.
I'm really confused right now. We've got Jimmy, Duck and Henchman and Perks as well have all went in for the full wets. Whereas Easy has gone for the inters.
Well, now this is a safety car. I won't be surprised if the top 5 come in. Some of the top 5 have got... Sierra's sprinted, so he wants to come in, I reckon. He's created a massive gap, 5.5 second lead here over Top Life.
So I don't know what the play is at this point. There's clearly different views going on out there.
Sierra is definitely in.
Alright, so Sierra's surely going to be...
Top Life Racer is
now.
in. Rapid Clappy is in. Toaster is in. Thomas Island is in. Kano is in. There you go.
No, Sierra's going for fresh inters.
There we go. Budos is the only one that's stayed out.
Pop's put inters on as well.
5 old inters. Budos. That's probably not a bad play here.
Toaster's going for wets.
FF Andy has put on wets.
Kano's put wets on as well. Thomas Island's got wets.
Oh, this could be crazy because we could only have, what, 9 laps to go without a safety car here. If we don't have another safety car.
Let's just get our head around this. So Budos has gone to the top. He stayed out on his inters. FF Andy is in P2 on the wets. 5 lap old. We've got Sierra and Top Racing Life on fresh inters, and then we've got from Jimmy, Clappy, Thomas Island, Kano, Toaster, Duck Puncher, and Henchman all on wets. Easy on inters, Perks on wets, and Unique Throne on inters.
Duck punches around. He's facing the wrong way. Back on track again. Where he goes.
Look, it looks to me like the wets, surely the wets are the better tyre. So, FF Andy may have just played himself into the box seat with a genius move, getting on those wets early. And funnily enough, he's right behind his good mate Budos. They're probably both in a party chat together, so this could be interesting restart. So we're going to get a clear indication on this restart which tyre is best. Because we've got FF Andy on the wets and then 3 guys all around him on the inters.
Looks like we're going to go around for another lap. The safety car. Will anybody else go in? Look, Unique Throne facing the wrong way. He's fixed it up.
So looking at the position changes, look at Budos and FF Andy. Look at them two. They have played this race perfectly so far. Budos up 12 spots. FF Andy up 13 spots from his starting position.
Kano up 12 as well. Henchman
Yep,
up
Top Racing
9.
Life up 8. Henchman off 9. As Easy Reaper gets a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. What's happened to him? He's lost it, has he?
I dare say he's had a spin or something there.
He's cut the track. Oh, that could be one for the stewards.
That's a big corner cut for 10 seconds.
Yeah, of course he copped a 10-second penalty for the same thing last week. So I dare say we might be reviewing that one.
Hopefully it's a bit quieter than last week.
Yeah, the stewards were busy last week. It was a pretty chaotic race. Probably the most incident reports that we've ever had in one race, I think.
I was quite surprised.
So we're getting set to go again. Bardos will set the pace with his good mate FF Andy right behind him. So what are you betting on? The green tyres or the blue ones? What's going to come out better here?
Blue for sure. Blue's got to be better. Actually, someone has...
Bardos nearly loses the
Hang
back
on.
end then.
Sorry, I missed something
Oh,
here.
someone in the background. Top Racing Life has just crashed.
I thought I missed something.
As FF Andy makes the move on Bardos around the inside. Blue versus red, well, green I should say, and blue wins.
Oh, Easy has come back into the pits again. Thomas Island is following him. We have Williamson and Alpine both in the pits. See if Easy did not like his decision to put the intermediates on. See what he does here. I dare say he's going to go full wets. Certainly has. Obviously didn't like his decision the first time.
Yeah, I think Bardos is struggling a bit on the inters as well. FF Andy's starting to gap him. He's out to a 2-second lead already.
And we've
So
still
it's
got
looking like FF Andy has played the genius card. We've got Jimmy on the wets harassing Bardos now. Top Racing Life picks up a 3-second penalty.
Well, you've still got Cyril on the intermediates as well.
Yeah, he's just behind Jimmy.
Getting very bottlenecked up the top now.
Yeah, Jimmy's going to make a move on Bardos here. Clearly, the blue tyre is outperforming.
I think Rapid Clappy's going to make a move on Cyril here. Wets versus intermediates. Oh, does it very easy,
and
really.
Blue beats green again.
Little bit of contact, but not much there. Much more grips from the corner.
I think we can call this a win for the blue strategy. The Inters is clearly struggling against them.
I think so. Rapid Clappy again has just gone up over Budos, which is also on the intermediates. So
Duck Punch has got past Kano up into P7 now.
Debutos and Sarah stick it out for 8 laps.
Give us a decent angle.
They're going to pit or what?
Well, with only 8 laps to go, are they going to be able to catch up that time? But if they're falling back on the Inters,
well, here comes
could be
Toaster.
a play. Top Racing Life is in the pits.
Toaster is up behind him as well. Makes the move up the inside.
Oh, look at these three.
Yeah. Playing for sheep stations here.
Stick with these three for the moment.
I definitely think Toaster's got the extra grip, but he's just got to get around them.
Go on board with Toaster now. He makes the move up the inside on Bardos.
Oh, he'll make that
stick. Get it done.
Easy. Cyril will be at the end of this back straight, sorry.
Oh, he nearly loses it. Yeah, he's going to chase down Syrah.
I think he might get him down at the hairpin here.
That's another position gain for Team Blue Tyre.
Not quite.
That's it, this game gives you some shocking angles.
It does. There's
Syrah
is twitching.
He nearly lost the back end there. I think if you're on the greens, you've got to commit to them now. There's probably not going to be enough time to pit and then catch up again.
I think that's what they're doing. I think they've just gone, and it is what it is.
Still got 14 cars in this race. Of course, this season we're running the top 10 getting points as per the F1 calendar, or the F1 point system.
Well, let's have a quick look here. Let me have a look. But I think this might play into Thomas Island because everybody in front of him has a penalty. He's in 13th.
Duck Puncher's got past Budos now. I'm gonna bring up the tyres just so we can keep track of who's making ground on what tyre. So Jimmy NZ leads this race. Rapid Clappy and FF Andy are the top three. I missed that lead change. FF Andy must have made a mistake there. Dropping back to P3.
There's been an accident up the front here.
We've got yellow flags. Sierra, I think it's Sierra, is it? Sierra's dropping down the order. Toaster's dropping down as well.
Yeah, we had a car facing the wrong way, which I'm pretty sure was Sierra. Did look like everyone got around fairly cleanly though.
Alright, let's cross back up to Budos. Drop down to P6 now after leading the race after that safety car restart. So let's cross up to Clappy, right on the back of Jimmy. Both guys on the wet tyres. Can Clappy get a win today? He's always one of our fastest in qualifying, but doesn't quite translate it to races often enough. But he's in a great position now. Yeah, T-Bar. I was just thinking the same thing, mate. He doesn't finish a lot of races. But he's 6 laps away from this one in P2, so he's looking very nice. As Jimmy struggles to get around that corner. Bit of drifting. But he does hold the lead. It'd be good if we could see the angle of these cars actually coming up this straight rather than getting nothing. Here we go. Clappy has made the move on Jimmy, and he's got it done easily.
Easy done.
Great clean move from Clappy there. And Clappy leads the Chinese Grand Prix. Alfa Romeo came out of Portugal with no points, so this is going to be huge for them if Clappy can get this win. Let's cross down a bit further down the order. We've got a battle here between Kano, Budos and Henchman. Henchman takes a look there, but Budos closes the gap. Yeah, Budos is really struggling on these inters. He's just dropping further back. Being harassed by Henchmen here.
Oh, I think he gave him a little clip there. Wasn't much, but just enough to let him know he's there.
Little kiss.
Yeah, little kiss. Maybe we'll get this done.
He's going to have a look.
Oh.
No. Budos shuts that gap. There's a little bit of contact again.
I think Henchman backed out of that. I think he knew what was going to happen. He's definitely got the extra grip.
Patient.
Definitely got the extra grip. He just can't find that gap yet.
He's going to have to be patient and wait for a gap. He goes down the inside now. Oh, there's almost contact there, but he's had to back out. Budos keeps the position. Very clean racing by both of them. We've got Toaster now is joined the fight. I think Budos is holding back Henchman here, but Toaster is just slowly but surely joined the back of this queue. We fly up the straight. Henchman's just a little bit too far back from Budos up there, so he's not going to be able to get that done now. He's going going to have to stay back and wait for his moment.
Well, this little battle pack's let Sierra back
in.
into it as well.
Henchman's in the pits.
Henchman's in the pits. What's happened here?
Has he got damage?
Might have a bit of front wing damage after those two slight contacts, maybe.
Oh no, he was in a great position there.
Here he comes. Off the tyre. No, he's changed his tyres. That was it. He went from wet.
Oh, he's on the inters now.
Yeah, he just went from wet to inters.
He's
Interesting.
To wet. The wets. Is it too dry for wets now?
Interesting ploy with only 4 laps to go.
Well, if the inters are the better tyre now, maybe Budos is in a great position here. They might start coming into their own now. They're 12 laps old though. But if the wets are getting weaker, there's not much communication between these two Aston boys. You don't want to knock your teammate out of this, mate. Just be patient. It looks as though Budos has got the pace on Kano Kano's moved over.
Yeah, he's moved over.
Oh,
no,
they're still fighting.
No, you gave him enough room.
I think there might have been.
I don't think you wanted to let the McLaren go as well. Yeah, I don't think you wanted to let the McLaren go either.
So the wets might be struggling a little now, are they? If they are, Syrah, it's advantage to Syrah as well, who's now up into P8.
The duck punch facing the wrong way. Back on board.
Duck Puncher spun again. Too much. He's been spending too much time with Kylie Minogue this week.
Wasn't a full spin.
Spinning around.
Wasn't
Here we go. Syrah looking for the move on Kano.
Trying.
And does he get it done?
Not quite.
Oh.
Wheels touch.
Look at these two go.
They're still
Right,
touching.
there's a bit of contact there, side by side. And yes, he will get the move done. So it's looking like the Inters are now the better tyre, for sure.
Big lock up there from Sierra coming into that corner.
Cross up to Perks, right on the back of FF Andy. I think FF Andy's struggling here, yeah, as Perks gets the move done and moves up into a podium position. FF Andy at the same time gets a 3-second penalty. There's only 3 laps to go, so I mean these wet guys on the wets are just going to have to stick with them till the end. You're going to knock yourself out of the race by pitting now, so they're just going to have to battle on. It's just going to be whether there's enough time for Budos and Syrah to get up into podium positions.
Top 3 do not have penalties this far.
Do you reckon we've got enough time for these Inter guys to get up the top?
I think there is enough time, but we've got Unique with pens, Hench with pens, Top Life with pens, and Easy with pens, so...
Duck Puncher gets a penalty and goes into the pits.
Goes into the pits.
Well, this is a huge decision.
This could knock him out of the top 10 here.
So they've made the call, they're ditching the wets and getting onto the Inters. Very, very late in the race. Maybe they're thinking they're just going to have to take the gamble and try and get back up into the back half of the top 10. Duck Puncher comes out of the pits in P10 and Toaster in P11, so they've obviously thought it's worth the gamble to give up some track position and just try and go as fast as they can till the end. Which is going to be really interesting for these top 3 guys. We've got Budos now harassing FF Andy, and yep, he gets that job done easily. So yeah, his move to stay on the Inters looks like it's delivered him a podium.
Sierra's closing the gap quite quickly here as well. Very quickly. He's run wide there.
Is there enough? Yeah, is there enough time for Budos to get the win here? He's clearly going to be making time easily on Perks and Jimmy.
Sierra's just made a move.
But with only
easy.
With only 2 laps to go, is there enough time? Sierra up into P4. We've got yellows in sector 2. Easy Reaper is out. Too late in the race for a safety car now, so we're powering on.
We got Perks.
With Budos right on Perks.
He's getting hassled big time here.
Yeah, Perks is going to be no chance against Budos's Inters. Especially coming up around... Oh, he goes for the move. There's contact. There's a little contact there.
Only slight.
Oh, look at these two.
Too wide. Oh, well done, boys.
Budos now up into P2. We've got Syrah now harassing Perks as well. It is Team Green all the way. The Inters are bossing these wet tyres.
What a strategy call.
Absolutely. Surely it would have been tempting to get onto the wets once track started getting wetter, but they've stayed out and it's paid off. They're both in podium positions now.
Look at the gaps closing so fast on these wet tyres. We got another
yellow
sector.
2. Who's that? It's not Jimmy. It must still be Easy, is it? Easy Reaper's car's still sitting by the side of the track, I think. So we're now on the final lap. Can Jimmy hold on? He holds a 2-second gap, but that is closing fast.
Extremely fast. Down to 1.4.
Made half a second already since I just said that.
Down to 1.
And even more, look at it. 1.2 now. Just further down the pack, we've got Henchman right on the back of Kano. He's approaching 4 wet tyre runners, so he's got a chance to make some huge ground. But we'll stick with Budos. He's going to make a move.
He's making the
Jimmy,
move.
He's done it. He has done it.
Quite easily. Here comes Sarah as well.
Did Zero do it too?
This could come down to the last hairpin here.
I'm thinking these wets are not going to be any good up this main straight. Zero should be able to get into P2. Jimmy's making him fight for it.
He's got the move done right there.
He gets out of the way pretty easily, and Syrah now moves up into P2.
Way too much grip. He's having a look here. He's having a look.
Jimmy's fighting back. He's not going to let this one go easily. Up the inside of Syrah.
Not a bad move.
Budos is going to win the Chinese Grand Prix. Syrah will finish second. Jimmy NZ holds on for P3. Perks crosses the line in 4th. Both Alpha boys have done really well, finishing in the top 6, 5th and 6th. Well done to them. Henchman not quite enough to catch them. He finishes in P7. Unique Throne in P8. Although his penalties are coming into play here as Toaster now moves up to P8. Unique Throne in 9th, and Duck Puncher will get the final championship point for tonight. What a race. That was fascinating. So many different strategies out there, and ultimately staying out on the green tyres has won the race for Budos. Huge points for Aston. Zero claims second for Mercedes, and Jimmy NZ gets back-to-back P3s. Look at that, 3 different flags on the podium. Alright, Kirko, do you want to get some of these guys in for a chat? If you're still with me. Well, there's the wrap up. Budos takes the win. Syrah in second, and he takes the fastest lap point as well. Jimmy NZ comes home in third for the second race in a row. Perks fourth, Clappy fifth, FF Andy sixth, Henchman in seventh, Toaster eighth, Unique Throne ninth, and Duck Puncher gets a point for Ferrari. Fortunately for Kano, Top Racing Life, and Thomas Island, we no points for them. And during the race, we lost Easy Reaper, Andy H, Potato, Bremer, Izzy Fizzy, Hilly, and Car Gamer. So we'll see if we can get some of these guys in for a chat. Kirko, you there, mate?
Yeah, mate, just got Jimmy NZ coming in now, hopefully.
Alright. See if we can send invites to Budos and Syrah as well. Does Syrah have a mic? I'm not sure.
I'm not too sure.
Alright, Jimmy is the first to join us. Make sure you include your audio, mate.
It's included, mate.
Alright. Back-to-back P3s, Jimmy. Those wet tyres just were not enough to hold on, mate.
Nah.
Those, green tyres really ran you down pretty quickly.
Yeah, they did, man. I thought I'd be able to hang on, then I saw Budos come through onto my timing thing, and I seen he was just taking chunks out of my lap time. So, yeah, half a lap. But nah, well done to them. It paid off. But I'll take another P3. That's alright.
Absolutely, yeah. Back-to-back P3s. Huge for your team, of course.
Yeah, mate. Yep.
After getting off to that great start last week.
Yep. No, it was good. It was an interesting race. It was pretty. Didn't get much.
Did you think about coming in and pitting for those inters, or did you
Yeah,
just
I did.
want to stay out and see how it happened?
I did, but there was 4 people behind me at the time, all on wets, so I didn't know that any of them coming through were on the inters. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's too late now to give up track position. Yep. So just hung it out there.
Yeah, because we did see that with a couple of other guys that made a very late decision to get off the wets, and they didn't have enough time to make any ground.
Work,
so
yeah. That's all good. Happy with my decision, man. It's all good. Take another podium.
But yeah, they're definitely a great race for you. Just unfortunate those conditions changed and you weren't able to get in. But look, back-to-back podiums, huge points for you.
Yeah, well mate. We'll take it, eh? Cheers.
Beautiful drive.
Yes, mate.
Thanks for joining us, Jimmy.
Yeah, mate. Catch you next week, eh?
Thanks, boys.
Absolutely. We got Budos or Syrah.
Just getting Budos now.
Here he is, our Chinese Grand Prix champion, Budos. Make sure you include your audio, buddy.
The man, the myth, he is here.
Cheers, lads. Thank you.
What up, mate? Our winner. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. Tough race, obviously in the wet, but my strategy seemed to pay off, which was great because my inters were screaming at the end.
Huge decision to stay out on the inters, mate. That was genius play, but in the end.
Well, Jeff was in my ears just saying, the rain will lighten up in the next 10-15 minutes or blah blah blah. So I was like, don't really listen to Jeff much, but I might listen to him this time just because I have no idea what I'm doing in the wet. So, but yeah, no, look, it was there was a lot of quick guys on the wets there, but I was very fortunate that the track dried out when it did, and obviously had some good battles along the way, even with the faster blokes on the wets, like and Kano when he sort of overtook me, I sort of let him pass a bit and tried to aid him as much as I could by trying to block as much as I could, but obviously, the track started to dry out quite quickly then. So I just took over.
Yeah, well, it was hard for us to kind of work out what was happening because there was such a mixture of strategies going on with people on wets or inters.
And I was so confused.
All the guys came in on wets earlier.
Yeah, and I was so confused.
We saw we saw you on the inters kind of dropping back,
Mm.
and we could see that like the wets were the better tyre for a while there, but you stuck it out, and it paid off. Got up for the win.
I did. Thanks, lads. It was, I don't really like China as a track, but look, I'll think
We
fondly
seem to
now.
be getting that a lot, don't worry.
Oh no, it's like, you know, it is what it is, but it's good for variety. But I'm just not. It's not one of my strongest tracks, that's for sure. But yeah, no, good race. Yeah, a lot of good battles, which was really enjoyable.
absolutely.
So hope it was good viewing from you guys, and I could hear you guys in the background going off on the comms, which is always lovely to hear.
Oh, it was fascinating for us trying to work out what the best play was.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks, lads.
Well,
Good race,
mate.
Jakey. Well done, mate.
Cheers.
Thanks, mate.
boys.
are we able to get Siri in?
I'll give it a go. I'm not sure if he's got mic or not.
Thanks, Tangawang, for sharing that.
Looks like